On tonight's show, I get overexcited about the Vectrex Mini. We kill some innocent animals in the African savannah. I get very excited about the contents of this precious box. And the ZX Spectrum gets racist. Hello, yes, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames. Hello, how are you? I'm back, yes, I'm back. And yes, it's still called What's on the Tape. Okay, the show's back. The show is back. Just ignore the fact that I said it was going to finish. It's come back, okay? Welcome. Happy Friday to you all. Yeah, I'm back on the screens with another bundle of old retro gaming stuff to show you. The burden of retro gaming stuff and not being able to show someone was getting too much. I've had my summer. I need to get back to it. As you all know, as regulars will know, I am currently editing the Jason Japan shows. So this is not going to be, I'm not back every week, but I just thought I'll do one show, cover a bit of stuff, and then I'll come back a little bit later with another show and cover, you know, like it's always been. Like it's always been. Yes, so how are you? How was your summer? Did you find any amazing games and amazing consoles, things that you didn't even know existed? That's the best stuff, isn't it? That is the best stuff. I think before we get started, let's have some of this. Tell me the retro games news. So something weird happened while I was away. Not one, but two of the quirkiest, weirdest consoles in the whole of Retroland have both been reborn. In a really odd way, Nintendo are putting the original Virtual Boy, their famously most unsuccessful console of all time, back into production. This time it doesn't have any guts. You have to put your Switch inside it and then download the original games onto the console. Now, I'm probably one of the few people who really loved the Virtual Boy console, but then I've always found 3D gaming really exciting. The most exciting thing about the project for me is that the 1080p screen in the Switch 2 is probably much better than the original Virtual Boy screen. There is huge potential for these games to play much better on this new version than the original. Possibly even more exciting is the rebirth of the Vectrex as the Vectrex Mini. Another of my favourite consoles of all time, reborn for the next generation. My biggest worry is the loss of the glass CRT screen, but you can see they've added some motion blur to the sprites to try and replicate the effect. And the other big improvement has to be the wireless controller, though it does look a bit small. Currently this project is stuck in Kickstarter, but there is so much enthusiasm for it, I'm sure it's going to do well. I don't think much of the limited edition white version, it makes me want to vomit. But I am glad they stuck with the black and white display, choosing to recreate those classic colour overlays. I guess the only thing missing here is some of those new amazing Vectrex titles re-released for this format with their own overlays, and a new cartridge range to collect. Now to some of you, this may seem a bit boring. This is the keyboard controller set for Atari VCS, or 2600 if you must. The keyboard controllers, there were several games that used them. Not great games, that's the thing. The educational games, the programming basic use these controller pads. But the reason I brought this on the show is because look at the box. This is from 1978. And I'm not joking, this is like it's just come out of the shop. 1978! How old is that? I can't even work it out. 47 years old. Oh my god, that makes me feel ancient. Does it you? But look at the gloss and the sheen of that. That is incredible. I mean, I'm not so excited about the actual controllers. I'm not excited because I've got to very carefully open this box. But I just think for anyone's collection, to have something in that condition, that is. I mean, it's like kind of a flap that goes inside the box. And I'll get the controllers out. The controllers are pretty dull. They're like little keyboard controllers. Turn your VCS into an Intellivision, really. But one thing I do like about them is that they slide together. I don't know if you know this, but you can slide the two controllers together. There you go. And there you have one big pad. One big pound, which I don't know. And then you can fold it in half and you can use it as a mobile phone. Who knew it? Who knew it? Keyboard controllers, not particularly exciting. Is there a manual in there? There's a warranty card. I don't think there actually was a manual for these. It's just a warranty, but it is for these controllers. But yeah, a lovely item for your Atari collection.
Now, if you can tell me what's on the table.
Okay, it's something for the ColecoVision. Now, this is unusual. I've never seen one of these before. This is the Atari Max Ultimate SD for ColecoVision, Adam, and it is a SD card reader cartridge. So the SD card goes in there. It's got a reset button, but it fits normally into the ColecoVision cartridge slot. Very ninice. Now, it's got some stuff with it. Now this, I don't know if it's going to focus. It's a Namco coin. That is Pac-Man. Oh, right. I'm not sure if it was a token used in one of the Namco arcades, but I just thought, wow, that's unusual. And it's in the packet, and I'm not sure why, but I like it. Now, according to the instructions, there are 2 bonus games on this cartridge, Mario Brothers and Mr. Chin. I think we have to check out Mr. Chin on the ColecoVision. Here it is then, Mr. Chin by HAL Laboratory. This is actually a game originally released in Japan for the MSX. And oddly enough, it's also been converted to the Texas TI-99. Now this might feel all a bit familiar, sticking plates on the end of sticks. The jeopardy doesn't really begin till level 2 when the old lady starts throwing plates at you. Now I always thought that these games were based on some ancient coin-op that we never got to play. Because it seemed like a strange concept for a game, and I thought, well, it must have been proven in the arcades. But no, there is no plate spinning coin-op out there. Now, there are a couple of Atari games like this. The first one is called Dancing Plates by Bitcorp. Yeah, it doesn't look particularly entertaining, does it? Can you even tell that those plates are spinning? Not really. Oh, until they fall off. But it seems the earlier game is actually on the Spectrum. They don't write them like this anymore. These days, Ocean's Chinese Juggler feels a little bit tainted by racist undertones. But the truth is, it's probably the most entertaining plate-spinning video game ever made. Now, do you notice how the soundtrack gets faster and faster the further you go? Time for some showing off. Yeah! I just love the way the Spectrum beeper is being pushed to its maximum. Yeah, big finale. It's a cool game from a different era, isn't it? Let's just do a comparison. The music's a bit more coherent on the C64. And also, just like the real circus, the sticks stay low until you put the plate on and then you put them up. Plate spinning. There really just isn't enough of it on TV anymore, is there? It's a book and it looks homemade. It is a Z80 machine code reference manual, and what I like about it is that someone has handwritten or Spectrum Bible underneath, or Spectrum Bible, and yes, it's a reference. If you want to decide to make some games or something in machine code, it's a very handy guide, I'm sure. But what is that? Yes, in this book that came into stock, and I sadly it was in a box, I do not remember where it came from, it's been here literally for years, was a bunch of photos. Now I often find odd things inside games and inside booklets, but very rarely photo. Who is this guy? Well, he's Darren, and this is from 1994. I mean, if you just imagine if Darren happens to be watching this, and this isn't Darren, this is Brian and James, also in 1994, playing badminton rackets as air guitars. Now you don't see this source. This is retro gold, obviously, but this was the sad one. This last photo, this poor gorgeous dog, and he's called Otto, and he's obviously no longer with us. If these photos from 1994, he's long gone. But this is someone's dog, and this you just think, oh, there's not many photos of him left. You know, that's going to mean something to someone. So if you happen to be a regular and you're watching this and you sold us games years and years and years ago, and this is your dog and you want these photos back, just let me know.
What's on the table?
Now, prepare to be excited. I'm quite excited by this one. What's in the box? I know.
What's in the box?
What do you make of this? Ooh, what? What? Yes. Oh, it's upside down. Typical. There, that's the right way up for you now. What is that? That is a shipping box from the classic 1980s software house, Software Projects. I mean, it's unbelievable. A shipping box. How rare is that? How rare? I mean, it's hard to get, I know, you think it's a cardboard box, Jace. But yeah, look, there's the classic Software Projects logo, Software Projects Liverpool. I can't really quite believe how rare this must be. A branded shipping box. I mean, a lot of games were shipped just in standard card boxes. I mean, we were lucky enough many years ago, about 10 years ago, to get some Ultimate Play the Game sealed games in a shipping box. But that was just a plain brown box. I don't think I've ever seen a branded 1980s cassette shipping box. I mean, it's nuts, isn't it? And you're thinking, well, what's in it, Chase? What's in it? What could Software Projects be sending out in bulk like that? Well, it is full. It is full of sealed Software Project games. There we go. Now, but I know that is a lot, isn't it? That is a lot. I think there's about 50 games in this box. There's a few missing. They are Manic Miners. These ones are Manic Miners. For the MSX, but they are obviously brand new, sealed in their shipping box. This would have been sent out to a retailer. MSX version is really rare, but sadly not many people collect MSX. So, I guess it's not as rare as it was now. There's another, few of them. But this isn't the only game in this box. It's not just Manic Miner. There's also a big quantity of these Jet Set Willies. Again, sealed, and this time it's the Amstrad CPC version. Only two game types in the box. Those were the only two titles in it. But they're all sealed. There's a handful missing, maybe 4 or 5. But otherwise, this is a completely full shipping box full of Manic Miners and Jet Set Willies. Now, is that a super rare collectible? To me, yes. Incredibly rare. I found it in the back of the warehouse. I think we bought it. This came in a stock probably 20 years ago. I think we've had it for that long, when it wasn't even that old back then. But now I'm glad to find this stuff, thinking, oh, what else is down there? But yeah, incredible Software Projects box. It wasn't the only thing that was with it. There was another weird one of brand new stuff, and that was these. And this is like a pack again sent out to retail, and it is Beachhead for the BBC Model B, and again they are sealed. Brand new with that pull strip. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, sealed cassettes are a rare thing anyway, because a lot of the manufacturers back then didn't ship stuff sealed. They was just sent in the cases. Manufacturing plants who actually pressed and manufactured the cassettes didn't always seal. They didn't often seal stuff. Especially this is a lavish seal with the pull strips. Very interesting. We will list some of this stuff. I'm not really sure what to do with it, but just a very fun thing to show you.
What's on the table?
And how about this for an unusual Dreamcast game? That doesn't look like a Dreamcast game. It doesn't, does it? It is an unusual one. It is in a DVD case. It's not in that horrible Sega exploding case. It's called Fruity, like me. There we go. We've got the spine Dreamcast. It's an unusual, it's a modern game, I think 2015. So not particularly old, or it's still 10 years, I guess. But yeah, very unusual. Let's check out Fruity on the Sega Dreamcast. So people often say to me, what do you think of all those brilliant new homebrew games? Keeping old consoles like the Sega Dreamcast alive with brilliant new content, and at the same time helping classic retro consoles find a whole new audience. And then you play something like this. It's just the sort of crud you played on your phone about 5 years ago, making you feel guilty for wasting your life away. And no, it's not that I'm anti-puzzle games. I enjoy Tetris and Lumines and Street Puzzle Fighter 2, but this is so laboured and so very dull. What about this? Now this is Cabela's African Adventure. It's for the PlayStation 3. It is a shooting game. Now we know that all these games come from America. This is a safari game where you hunt animals, yeah, innocent animals on the African savannah. Take them out, yeah. Bison, lions, elephants. It's not really your British gamer's cup of tea. Really, it just feels a bit wrong, doesn't it? I mean, killing a rhino in a video game. But I'm still interested to see what it's like. This set comes with a gun. Let me just put it on the big screen. Yeah, it's a beautiful box set. You can see it is American. It's got the T logo there, so this is an American issue. Of course, the PlayStation 3 is region free, so you can play it. Now, this is sealed, so I can't open it up. It's brand new and sealed. Very rare game, but let's play it anyway. Let's see what Cabela's African Adventure is like. Oh, hang on, maybe this isn't quite the game I imagined it was. There's driving. Oh, hang on, we are just driving between predetermined locations where we'll get to shoot things. I mean, it's tricky, isn't it? Because we've shot things in games for decades. Here we go. Bison. Poor bison. Okay. Okay, come on, bison. Why are you on the animal side? Yeah, it's strange, because this is just for sport. This isn't trying to protect yourself. But, though, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I think just killing animals for fun just seems to change the whole video game dynamic. I mean, if they were zombie animals, I mean, that's just blatant. They're just resting. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's hope the lion gets him. Ooh. This game is a lot more aggressive than I was expecting. I thought you'd be hunched up in the bushes, staring down the barrel of your gun, waiting for that perfect opportune moment for a clean kill. But no, you're just standing in the middle of the field, blowing the crap out of anything that moves. It just makes me feel sad. And there's another factor in this game which is a bit odd. Oh, here comes a big one. When they get close, yeah, look. It zooms up a picture of their vital organs, giving you something to aim for. Yeah, aim for the heart. I don't know, that makes it seem even worse, doesn't it?
Here it comes, it's number one.
Now, I don't often get excited about Xbox consoles, but I've wanted to show you this one for ages. This is the Star Wars Limited Edition Xbox 360, and unlike any other Xbox 360, this one really does the limited edition title justice. It is such a wonderful device. There's the box. I'll put it on the big screen. Wow, I mean, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? It looks gorgeous. And look, that controller is a strange colour, isn't it? Isn't it strange to have a gold controller with a white console? I've always thought that's a bit odd. Let's open it up on the screen and show you what it's like inside. Okay. Let's get this out. Let's put the console to one side for a minute and just show you something else amazing about this version. Here's that controller. I mean, it's like C3PO, isn't it? It's a glossy gold controller. I get it. You've made it gold for C3PO. It's got some wires. Is that the wire effect? Beautiful. I mean, it is in gorgeous condition. But what about this? A matching white Kinect. I don't think that was released in white in any other way. I think this might be the only way you can get it in white to match the console. Very unusual. I mean, I'm not great, like most of us. We all got a bit tarnished by the Kinect. It was expensive. Not much came out for it. But I'll have a white one on the TV. That looks cool. But let's get to the console. Even if you're not really a big Star Wars fan, you can appreciate the design, the R2-D2 look of this machine. Let's put it on the big camera. So we've got the front. Oh my god, isn't that stunning? It's beautiful condition, barely touched, this one. Look at the design on this thing. I mean, we do often give Microsoft a bit of grief for the design of the Xbox, but this one, I mean, there's a really cool Halo one as well in there. There is a few really nice Xboxes, but this one is probably the best. Yeah, let's give them a break. It's a standard console though. It is a standard console. Xbox 360 S model without that horrible bulky hard drive on the top. But yeah, I mean, stunning. But I've got one last thing to show you about this beautiful Xbox 360. Wow! Yes, it sounds like art. Yes. Okay, stop it now, mate. It sounds like art. It's beautiful. Oh. It even makes R2-D2 noises. I mean, incredible. What a fan. I mean, in the world of consoles, an R2-D2 special edition that makes that noise. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant.
Oh, all right, Jace. I'm glad to have you back, but does this mean the characters are coming back as well?
Oh, I very much doubt that. Not when everybody has said how annoying and distasteful they are. Oh yeah, I agree with that. But what are characters?
Yes, that brings us to the end of an interesting show. That was some interesting stuff, wasn't it? It was interesting stuff. I don't care. I like the stuff. I'm doing this for my own benefit, just to get it off my chest. I can't not talk about this stuff, it seems. I thought, oh, Jace, give up on YouTube. You're never ever going to get your big audience you've been craving. But then I go away and I think, oh, yeah, but I just need to talk about this stuff. If I don't talk about it, who will? Well, probably about another 2,500 people. But I'm not, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter about my lack of success on YouTube, and I just thank all you, my friends. It's a club. We're all friends together, and thank you for watching. Until next time, happy retrogaming, retrogamers.
Jace in Japan.